Low model railroaders. Okay, we got everything sorted out. The coal train is back in motion. All the wheels are no longer derailed. And let's give it another go. Let's see if we can make a circuit. The only thing I could find was one spike that wasn't completely seated down, that it may have caught on one of the coupler hooks or something like that, so on the down track. So we'll give this a go and see if we can get a successful complete loop around the layout going. It's always a little interesting to try and film a train running in a helix so that you can actually see the darn thing. It's interesting though that the cleaning car never hung up on that spike head, but it was pretty much raised up just enough that it was flush with the top of the rails, so it must have just been either a rail coupler or something just curved the right way to cause a derailment. Because honestly, if I never expected a derailment on the downside. I've always seen it in the past on the upside of the curve because of the coupler tension. So that was quite surprising. I haven't watched the earlier video I took, so I'm very curious to see if the camera actually caught the derailment, because I was pointing it in that direction. I was actually moving my AccuTrax over on the downside so I could check the speed coming off the helix. Right now we should be right around between 58 and 64 scale miles an hour. So we'll see if we get a successful circuit of the layout, and I'm curious to see what the timing is going to be. So as I briefly mentioned in my earlier video, for me to complete the actual installation of the bus lines, I've got to move my 3 long trains off the siding that they're parked on, and the easiest way to do that is to bring them up to the top deck of the layout. And actually probably even on the down loop of the helix. There's our end coming up. Really brings into perspective how big that hillside is when you see the scaled train car in proportion with it. So Let's give a different view than the previous video. That, and I want to give a quick scan to make sure that I did catch all the wheels getting re-railed. This will all be interesting later when all the scenery blocks are up and the mountainside is back together. Cool, halfway on the on that. That's interesting. That the length, nose to tail, is halfway across that 2-foot section. Neat. I'm just gonna do a bit of a rail fan for you. As the boost gets to us, we should be right at the coming out of the corner at the other end of the layout. And there we are. Okay, let's see if we can traverse this without incident this time. And this time I'm going to step over here and actually have my hand on the correct throttle, just in case. Okay, better than the last time. So hopefully that spike head was the culprit. When I did have it all assembled and back on the lower level of the layout, all the coupler heights did look good, where it looked like it had derailed from. So I don't believe that will be an ongoing issue. Okay, one more round of the lower level and we will be back to our starting point right about here when I started my timer. And we've got 10 minutes passed so far, so it will be interesting to see our actual elapsed time without, hopefully, without a second derailment. And 13 minutes and 9 seconds. Little faster than I would have preferred. I was hoping for 15 minutes at the best. However, I knew I had a little less trackage in my main line than I did on my old layout, but not by a whole lot. Maybe about 1 minute's worth each level. So at this point, we'll call it a success, and we'll see you on the next video. Maybe a while, because I've got to get a lot of stuff moved around and the bus lines done, but bye for now.